Well, I'll tell you what I think.
Congress demanded that Toyota turn over the results of its tests from its ignition systems. I can't think of anyone better suited to study engineering documents in Japanese. To deepen congressional understanding of the modern car, Toyota will also hand over one of its most powerful tools, a giant bag of money.
Ay vey.
Since the attacks of 9/11, Americans have engaged in some very negative, very erroneous, and very dangerous stereotyping of Muslims and Islam. But the truth is it's not one religion that's the problem, it's extremism. Adherents of any religion are vulnerable to extremism and propaganda. And in fact, so-called Islamist terrorists would love for you to keep perpetuating the stereotypes. So if you believe that it's Muslims that are the problem, the terrorists have already won.
Okay, so we're supposed to be in the final stretch of healthcare reform. Everybody, isn't that wonderful? Could we finally please get healthcare reform done? The White House has given the Senate and the House a deadline. They want it done by March 18th. Now, that would be interesting if they could actually move that quickly. The president's finally out stumping on this bill and talking about it the way he did during the campaign. That might help move it along, but you got to remember, Washington, D.C. moves at its own pace. You can give them a March 18th deadline, you can lead that horse to water, but that doesn't mean they'll drink. But really, honestly, we're in the final stretch of healthcare reform.
Yes!
Alright, this might come off a little bit disjointed and a little bit fast, but I want to talk about Massa because that's what everybody's talking about this week. I caught his hour-long interview on Glenn Beck the other day, and during the commercials they were pitching something called survival seeds, which you use to plant a crisis garden so that you can eat after the coming Armageddon. Seems reasonable. Also, did you know seeds are more valuable than gold in the coming barter system? Good to know. It's an investment strategy. So my first thought was, if you're ordering something that has optional radiation-proof packaging, you probably need to rethink some parts of your life. My second thought, however, was this is actually not bad advertising placement, because what better way to make people prepare for Armageddon than to force them to watch an hour of Eric Massa? Brutal. And then my third final stray thought was, wow, Eric Massa really looks like Danny DeVito playing the Penguin. Which is important.
That's pretty much it.